welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new vlog. Starting this video today in the car. I'm about to head to the grocery store and I thought I would share what I'm going to get. I feel like it's been a while since I did a grocery haul and we're pretty much all out of groceries, so I need to get a lot of things. Also having to wear a vest today. It is like strangely cold. It is 12 degrees outside, so I will put what that is in Fahrenheit, but pretty chilly. So I don't know what's going on, but that is spring sometimes. But I feel like we've had some really nice sunny days lately. We were also in Barcelona last week, so I feel like I'm stocked up on some good sunshine and vitamin D, and I don't actually mind that it's cloudy either. It just feels like a little bit more cozy. So anyway, that is why I'm wearing a vest. Okay, we are back home from the grocery store. This is what I got. I do get most of my like dry goods, so my pastas, rice, bread, even things like laundry detergent and water delivered to our home because it's just too heavy, and they're not always things that I need to like feel and, you know, buy in person. So starting over here, we've got some celery. We've been back into using our juicer a lot, so we've been juicing celery with cucumber. I also just love to eat cucumber just like that. I love the crunch, super hydrating. Some asparagus. This is very easy to just steam, and Nalia really likes asparagus too, which I love. Some organic spinach for smoothies, some fresh basil, lots of fruit. I got 2 bunches of bananas, peaches, pears, kiwis, apples, strawberries, blackberries. I love my fruit at the moment. Also, it being spring and almost summer, the fruit is now so good. I make lots of yogurt bowls with berries. Nalia loves them too. Apples are so great to snack on, of course. I've been very into pears lately too. Kiwis, you guys know I love. A couple of boxes of free-range eggs. Oh, and these apricots are so good right now. This whole thing will probably be finished in like 2 days. Okay, and then some veggies. So I'm gonna make a big pan of roasted veggies tonight with some zucchini. I saw this yellow zucchini, which I thought was really cool, and I think it will add some nice color. A red bell pepper, some sweet potato. I'm gonna put some cauliflower in there too, some red onion, carrots. So that is gonna be part of our dinner tonight. I also have some salmon that I bought that I just put into the freezer. Some avocados. I like to get some that are already ripe and ready to eat, and then some that need to mature a little bit. Some papayas as well, really loving these right now. Some feta to sprinkle on salads, and also the roast veggies. I'm gonna add a little bit of this on top. And Greek yogurt. These don't irritate my skin, which I'm so happy about. Greek yogurt is of course really rich in protein and a great source of calcium, which is important when you are pregnant especially. And typically dairy tends to break me out, but not this. I've been eating lots of Greek yogurt the last few months and I love it. These are some roasted mixed nuts. Love these as well for sprinkling on top of my yogurt bowls with the berries. This is the bread that we like. It's a gluten-free toast. Just got one. Normally also get these delivered. And then some wild smoked salmon too. And then again, things like milks and pastas and rice. These I have delivered, so they're like stocked up in our kitchen already. But I like to get these kinds of things like every few days. I go probably like 2 times ish per week, 2 to 3 times, just to stock up on the fresh stuff. I don't know about you guys, but the older I get, the more I really appreciate how healthy food makes me feel. And I'm very aware of wanting to age in a really healthy way and feel really good throughout my entire life. How we're treating ourselves, how we're living our life now, not of course only affects how we feel in the moment, but also in the future. It's like an investment in our future selves. And I've actually had so much less brain fog and like forgetfulness this pregnancy. I've been feeling really sharp and clear mentally, and I think it's because I've been taking really good care of my brain health, my cognitive health the last few months. I started taking Fatty 15 at the end of last year, so it's been about 6 months now, and oh my goodness, I love this so much. If you're looking for a way to have a sharper memory, achieve a better mood, and just age in a healthier, slower way, you need to check this out. So this supplement, Fatty 15, contains pure C15, which is pentadecanoic acid, which is actually an essential fatty acid just like omega-3, and this supports cognitive health by strengthening your cells at the source. As we age, our cells, including our brain cells, become more fragile, and C15 helps to strengthen your cellular membrane to protect brain function. And by strengthening the cell membrane, it creates this strong, healthy, robust barrier around your cells that allow your cells to age at a slower pace by improving mitochondria function, which is the energy house of the cell, which then strengthens your overall cells by up to 80%. So this actually helps to slow down aging, which is of course amazing for your brain health, your cognitive health, your longevity, but it also has an effect on all of your cells in your entire body, not just your brain cells. So it's also amazing for your skin health, your energy, your mood, even your sleep. It has over 36 proven cellular benefits and 3 times more benefits than omega-3, which I'm also a fan of. But this has, again, 3 times the impact of omega-3s. And one of my favorite things about it is how small the capsule is. It is so tiny, especially compared to the omega-3 capsules, which are the official capsules that I'm sure a lot of you guys know about. So if you're like me and you want to take care of your brain health, your cognitive health, you want to age in a really healthy way and just support your overall body, I would highly recommend checking this out. You can use my code Annie for 15% off. I would highly recommend checking this out. I will make sure to have the supplement linked for you down below. So prepping dinner for tonight, as mentioned, I am making roast veggies with salmon, and I love to make a huge batch of the veggies so that we not only have it for dinner but also for the next couple of days. I love this in salads, in bowls, even just a snack on, and of course you can vary the vegetables to your liking. I'm doing sweet potato, cauliflower, yellow zucchini, some carrots, red bell pepper, green zucchini, and red onion. And I'm drizzling all of that with some olive oil, some Italian seasoning and salt and pepper, and just give it all a really good mix. And then I'm transferring everything to a couple of baking trays. This will roast in the oven for about 30 minutes. I like to just stick a fork in one of the carrots. I like a little bite to it, so that's sort of how I gauge when it's ready. And here it is, fresh out of the oven. It smells so good, so nutritious, full of fiber and good vitamins. So tonight we're having it with wild salmon. This is my classic recipe. I will have it written out for you down below. It's super easy to make. Sprinkling that with some fresh lemon juice and some feta cheese. And that is our dinner. So good. And again, plenty left over for tomorrow and the next couple of days. Guys, we've had the craziest weather the last few days. It has just been raining, truly nonstop. But I was thinking, and I was just telling Mo, that in order for it to be luscious and green and just so beautiful outside, we need the rain. Like, we need that balance with the sun. So just reminding myself of that. But anyway, I have been making, like on a different topic, I've been making these really cozy hot chocolates to have as I'm working, and they are so good and pretty healthy. They're just made with very simple ingredients, and chocolate has also been a huge craving for me this pregnancy. I love dark chocolate, like the squares, but also dark chocolate ice cream. That's something that I will usually have on the weekends with my daughter. She also loves it. But this is another way that I've been getting chocolate in a pretty healthy way. I think because chocolate, especially dark chocolate, is very rich in magnesium, and that is a mineral that we need a lot of during pregnancy. Even though I take a supplement, I feel like there's just something about chocolate that is just so good during pregnancy. So I'm gonna make myself one of those right now, and I thought I would share with you guys how I make it. Okay, so I just like to use pure cacao powder. This is also what I bake with. I get this huge bag of organic cacao powder on Amazon, and then I just pop it into a little glass. I will also add in some cinnamon and a little bit of cardamom, and sometimes some vanilla too, depending. And then I sweeten it with a little bit of maple syrup, and that is all you need. And then of course some milk as well. I like this unsweetened oat milk, and that is it. Like, so simple. That is so good, and such a nice way to satisfy a chocolate craving in a healthier way. So I'm sitting now in my little makeshift work area. I'm sitting on my birth ball and my yoga ball. This has been my favorite way to sit the last few weeks. I've got my computer here in front of me on a stool, and this is like the best setup for me right now. I just find it the most comfortable way to sit like this, and especially when I have a lot of computer work, which I do right now. I'm still able to move around and have my hips open, and also at like a good angle, so I'm sitting like ergonomically, which is really great for the baby, for the pelvic floor too, to keep your hips open. And I'm thinking a lot about that now because I am 30 weeks. I'm over 30 weeks now. Things are getting real, guys. Like, I have really started going into full nesting mode and feeling like I want to get things organized. Thankfully, I still have a lot from Nalia, and of course we have Nalia's room, which already has the crib and the changing table, and like all of the baby stuff is like still there. But even with that, there's still so many things. Like, I have my list here in front of me of stuff that I want to make sure that I do. I've also been thinking of doing a newborn prep course, even though I've had a newborn before, but I just need all the tips. I think it's gonna be a whole different thing, like doing it with a toddler. She's very much attached to me, and of course we have a very close relationship, and I do worry a little bit about how it's going to be like with another baby on top. And also, I'm really hoping that our breastfeeding experience and journey will go differently this time. So I want to prep myself as much as I can, either do a course or just like dive deep into YouTube and videos and like things that I can find online. So along with Nourish 3 and all the work stuff that we have going on for the brand, I've also been very much into like starting the nesting phase and prepping and ordering stuff and just like getting really excited and prepared for this next journey. And I think I will share a lot of this in the next upcoming videos with you guys as things start to arrive and as I start to feel more and more prepared, and take you guys along for that, because I think that is such an exciting part too. It's sort of that like before you go for a night out and you're like getting dressed, doing your makeup, like putting your clothes on, it's that like preparatory work that in and of itself is so much fun. So yeah, that is sort of where I'm at mentally, and just feeling very excited, very ready to fully get into nesting and getting everything organized. And I will of course share with you guys along the way as well. Okay, it's a little bit later now. We've had dinner, Nalia is asleep, and I just wanted to share what a typical sort of yogurt bowl looks like for me. This is with Greek yogurt. I've put some frozen blueberries in there, strawberries, the nuts, some of my homemade chocolate granola. We'll have the recipe for the chocolate granola down below in the description box, and some strawberries. And this is so yummy. Love all the flavors and the textures. I did want to note also on the topic of making food at home, I shared the grocery haul a couple days ago. Mo and I have both been really good about not getting too many processed, like sugary things like cookies and ice creams and chips and that kind of stuff. Something I know about myself and I've known for many years. For those who might be new, when I was a teenager, I was actually 20 kilos, which is about 40 pounds heavier than I am right now. So I've definitely also been on the other side of things, like when it comes to health and taking care of myself. I know if it's in our home, I'm going to eat it. I have very little self-control when it comes to certain foods like sweets and stuff like that. So I just prefer not to buy it, and I will indulge in things like that on the weekends or when we go to restaurants. I much prefer doing that than always constantly having, you know, snacks and like those kind of like fun foods at home 24/7. That is something that just doesn't work for me and also doesn't work for Mo. And I'm so happy that we've been on the same page lately. Anyway, on a totally different topic, I have been wanting to share with you guys a show that Mo and I watched a couple months ago, and it's so good. It is not often that I find a show that is so like captivating and that I find like I really want to recommend and that I think is just like amazing. But this one was so good, and I'm so sad that it's over now. But it is called The Empress, and it's about an empress from Austria. Her name was Elizabeth. They called her Sisi. The way they filmed it, like the scenery, the fashion, the music, like everything was so good. I'm very mindful about the things that I watch. Like I don't like to watch things that are too dramatic or too negative or make me feel really bad, and this show doesn't do any of that. Like there are still some parts of the storyline that are heavy, but not in the sense where it makes you like feel bad. Yeah, it is just beautiful. We watched it on Netflix, and I would highly recommend checking it out if you guys are looking for something good to watch. And as always, feel free to let me know what shows are you guys really into watching lately. If there are any, please leave them down below for me in the comments. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to check the description box down below for links to everything that I mentioned. My jewelry, the Fatty 15 supplement, definitely check that out. Any recipes, I will have it all for you down below. I hope that you're all having a beautiful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Mwah. Bye guys.